I think we overhyping this victory, you know, in a sense where nobody picked Xander to win. Defense, reflexes, all that, you know. But the only thing that I can say is I'm 10 steps ahead of him. Like I'm 10 steps ahead of him in smarts. And I think, you know, that's where he'll get in trouble with, you know, coming straight forward, you know, trying to box me or trying to, you know, think.
Terence Crawford is now putting Jaron "Boots" Ennis on blast after he called him out, and the message feels simple. Crawford does not believe Boots could ever beat him.
When to exchange, when not to exchange. You know, when to move, when to hold. Like if you watched when he got real hurt, real bad, he didn't know when to hold. You know, and we all yelling like, grab him. You know, he's right there to be.
After Boots stopped Xander's Zayas, he sounded confident. He talked like he was ready for anyone, whether it was Crawford, Virgil Ortiz, Fundora, or another big name at 154. But Crawford's reaction changed the whole mood. Instead of giving Boots full credit, Bud laughed it off and made it seem like he saw something in that fight that fans were ignoring.
One thing in mind, you know, I don't think no one picked Xander to win.
No.
You know, and I love Xander, and he's a great kid, you know, but no one, like, I think we overhyping this victory, you know, in a sense where nobody picked Xander to win. Everybody was kind of like, okay, he's in over his head, and it's a matter of time before Boots catch him and end the fight. But what round will it be?
Right.
Now, I think it's going to be different when he goes up against a Fundora or a Virgil, because if one of those guys get him hurt like Xander did, I don't think it's going to be the same outcome.
That is where the tension comes from. Boots looked dangerous, strong, and explosive, but he also got touched in spots. And Crawford's side is using those moments as proof that Ennis is not ready for a fighter with Bud's timing, patience, and ring IQ.
Like I said, man, of course, everybody know the competitive nature in myself, but I don't worry about coming back to prove anything, because me coming back and proving something to people that it doesn't matter, what never matters. You know, for that being, they would say, oh, well, he only fought Xander, or they'll come up with some type of excuse, you know, but to credit Boots, like, he's a tremendous talent, and he's no walk in the park for no one, you know, so he's a threat to anyone that he stepped foot in the ring with, you know.
Crawford did not just laugh it off. He also made it clear that he believes he is 10 steps ahead of Boots. And that is the kind of comment that cuts deeper than a normal response.
To be the Terence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather level of boxing, I need Josh Kelly, I need Fundora, I need Ortiz. We need names, Boots. None of that tune-up, none of that. If you want to be one of the best, you got to go out there and get it and be the best. Get back in the ring by 2027. Come on. If you really want to be one of them boys, I see he loves to talk. I see that, but you got to just show us in the ring. The resumes. That was the beginning of the resume.
So when Crawford says he has nothing to prove, he is basically saying Boots needs him more than he needs Boots. Ennis is still trying to reach that legendary level, while Crawford believes he already showed the boxing world exactly who he is.
Fought this guy, I haven't fought this guy, and when I do fight these guys, or when I do step up, then it's always an excuse. So now I'm at 38 years old, about to be 39, I don't have nothing to prove. I didn't win everything there is to win. You know, I hope that Jaron have half of the career that I had, you know, or surpass me. If he surpassed me, I'm going to be rooting for him. You know, I'm going to be giving him his props. I'm not the type of fighter that, you know, want to see him fail. I want to see him succeed. I want to congratulate him. I want to see him, you know, make it to the Hall of Fame and, you know, congratulate him and things like that, you know. But when you say, oh, he would knock Terence Crawford out, or Terence Crawford dugged him, or Terence Crawford ran, and that's why Terence Crawford retired, it pisses me off sometimes, but at the same time, it's just the game.
You know the truth. Yeah.
Crawford also made it clear that he feels like he has nothing left to prove. That line changes the whole tone of the debate. Boots Ennis can call his name. Fans can argue about the matchup. And people can say Bud should come back to answer the question. But Crawford is looking at it from a different place. He has already won world titles, beaten elite fighters, moved through divisions, and built a legacy that most fighters are still chasing.
Big dog, you got anything in closing? Anything we didn't have?
Nah. Just I'm definitely a fan of boxing. You know, I'm gonna be in Australia. I'm gonna be.
I know you're gonna be over there. Yeah.
I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on.
Yeah.
You know, I just like to support, fighters in his own right. I done been in Boots' locker room supporting him. So yeah, it's just crazy how the tables turn. When people get to a certain plateau and they forget about things like that.
We picking Earl. I'm picking.
Of course.
Of course. Sean and Sean. Y'all
of course.
Yeah.
Shot better.
We gotta see.
Wow.
Boots did not sound bothered by Crawford saying he has nothing left to prove. From his side, that just sounds like a safe answer. Crawford can say he is 10 steps ahead. He can laugh online and he can remind everyone of his legacy, but Boots is looking at it differently. If Crawford really believes Ennis could never beat him, then Boots wants him to step back into the ring and show it. He is basically saying Crawford cannot keep talking about retirement while acting like the fight is already decided. He wants Bud to either prove it in the ring or stop acting like Ennis is beneath him.
We focus on tasking and taking over this division. We ain't worried about no retired fighters.
Yeah, y'all keep on throwing Terence up. Terence took you retired. Leave Terence alone. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Y'all may have fun and enjoy.
But according to Shannon Sharp, Chad Okosinko Johnson, and Joe Johnson, Boots is moving too fast with Terence Crawford. To them, Crawford still has more than Boots, more experience, more ring IQ, more patience, more timing, and more ways to win a fight. Boots may be younger, stronger, and exciting to watch, but Bud has already proven himself at the highest level against elite fighters. That is why they were not ready to say Boots beats Crawford. In their eyes, Bud is still the best fighter. He sees mistakes before they happen. He adjusts better than almost anyone in boxing, and he knows how to punish a fighter who gets too comfortable. So, while Boots is dangerous, they still believe Crawford is on another level right now.
Would fight him like he fought Canelo. Bud is a lot smarter than you think. Bud, people sleep on Bud. I don't know why. I mean, he's the only man that's unified 3 divisions. And you don't see guys go from 140 to 68. Jump 3, basically one fight at 54. Basically, he jumped 3 divisions. 3. Come on now. But I don't know. I don't know if Bud's like, look, man, I done made money. Now it's time for me to sit back and let the other fellas have it. He a 4 division champ. He's a 3 division unified champ. Let that sink in. In the 4-belt era, he got 3 divisions in which he had all 4.
Then, Rick Glazer reacted to fans still pushing for Boots Ennis versus Terence Crawford, and he brought the conversation back to money and reality.